All right. Yesterday, or I should say on Friday, we reviewed how to solve a proportion. All right, and I'm leaving nothing to chance. Absolutely nothing to chance. All right. So I will be calling you up to my desk to check section 8.1, and then probably for the rest of the week, we're just going to be writing on paper so I can easily collect it and make sure everybody's doing the work that I'm asking to do, since I wasn't as happy with the last test. All right. Now, for today, we're going to learn about similar figures. All right. Similar figures, again, just means that they are exactly the same shape, just a different what? Just a different size. All right, just a different size. Yes, and in 6th grade we did this. All right, you had similar figures, and the reason we review proportions is because in order to solve similar figures, you're going to use proportions. Now, the thing that you need to remember, though, is listen, and this has been on the SATs, all right, and the ACTs. All right, if you have similar figures, what's true about their angles? They are congruent. That's what you have to remember. All right? What's true about their sides? They are not congruent. We say they are what, though? We say they are proportional. All right? We say they are proportional. All right? Now, they're going to ask you to write a similarity statement. To write a similarity statement, that's just like saying triangle ABC is similar to triangle XYZ. Everybody with me on that? All right. And how, again, do you tell if shapes are similar? Shapes are similar if their corresponding angles must be what? Congruent. And their corresponding parts must be what? Proportional. That's all there is to it, honestly. I'm saying it's easy. All right, and some of you get real upset when I say everything's easy. I'm telling you, it's just writing proportions and solving a proportion. That's all there is to it. And if something is similar, you look at the angles. The angles are always congruent. The sides are similar. All right? Now, again, let's take a look at question number 1. Now here it says, list all pairs of congruent angles and write a proportion that relates the corresponding sides for each pair of similar figure or similar polygons. Okay, now here, listen to me. I always try to tell my kids, I don't even have to worry about the picture. This right here is what's important. This is called the similarity statement. Come on now. We're going to change your grade. All right, for some of you guys who are not happy. That means you pay attention 100% of the time. You won't have to worry. All right? Now, what am I trying to tell you? Angle A corresponds to angle what? Z. Therefore, they are what? You don't look at the shapes because the shapes can be misleading. All right? So you would write down angle A is congruent to angle Z. Then you would say angle B is congruent to angle, and then you would say angle C is congruent to angle. There you go. That's how easy it is. Now that just satisfied the first part. Now I want to write out the similarity or the sides, how you create a proportion for the sides. All right, look how easy this is. You would say AB over what? ZY is equal to BC over what? YX, which is equal to AC over ZX. That's what they're talking about when they say write a proportion that relates the corresponding sides for each pair. Again, very simple. All right. So for question 2, Again, I really don't need to look at the figures to do the problem. Aspen, tell me the angles.
The angles, angle J is congruent to angle.
Perfect. Keep going.
Angle K is congruent to angle X.
And?
L is congruent to R.
And?
Is congruent to.
I'm telling you, it's that simple. All right? Now, Kate, I have to do the sides. Tell me what the sides are going to be. Good. So JK over what? TS is equal to what? KL over equals nothing to it. Easy as that. Any questions? All right. Now let's go to number 3. All right. Now it says determine whether each pair of figures is similar. If so, write the similarity statement and the scale factor. And the scale factor is just how many times bigger is one than the other. Right? That's how easy it is. All right. Now, in the first one, are all of the angles, are the corresponding angles congruent? Yes. All right. Now, it's clearly a rectangle. Does everybody agree with that? So we know that NP is 9, and we know that PR is what? 18. All right. So now the question is, are they similar rectangles? Because 4 over 9 is equal to 10 over 18. Is that true? No, since that's not true, they are not similar. They are not similar. Does everybody agree now how you can see just because the angles, the corresponding angles are congruent, does not mean that the polygons are similar. All right? Has to be true for both conditions. All right, now let's take a look at question number 4. And again, they're trying to be tricky because the triangle is not written the same way. All right, does everybody see that? So what I want to do is I first want to check the angles. Are the angles congruent? Yes, because we would say J would correspond to what? C. All right? Then we could say that A corresponds to what? H. And then we would say B corresponds to F. So the first part is true. The angles are congruent. Corresponding angles are congruent. Now I have to determine if these two triangles are similar. So I like to tell my kids the easiest way to do it is to write the numbers from small to large. So for example, 6, 8, 12. I write 6, 8, and then 12. And then I write the small to large for the next figure, which is what? 3, 4, and 6. And then you just are asking yourself, are those now equal? Yes. Because those are equal, we now can say that those triangles are what? Those triangles are now similar. All right. Now we have to write the similarity statement. All right. So we're just going to name the first triangle in alphabetical order. We say triangle ABC. Now remember, the symbol for similar is just this little squiggly line. Triangle ABC. Now what corresponds to A? H. All right. So then what corresponds to B? F. And then to C is, right. So everybody see, pretty simple. All right. Any question? All right. Now, here we go. Take a look at number 5.
Do we have to do the scale factor?
Yes, thank you, Walker. The scale factor is just what? 2 to 1. All right, 2 to 1. If you just said 2, I would understand. Could the scale factor be 1/2?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, right. The 2 to 1 just means that the larger triangle is what? Twice as big as the smaller one. Or you could say the smaller one is half as big as the larger one. Girls, listen, I'm telling you, I wasn't happy with the last test. I'm really trying to do a better job. So that means you guys can't be distracted. Simple as that. All right, so does everybody understand? It didn't tell me if I was doing the larger to the smaller or the smaller to the larger. Is everybody with me?
Yeah.
So it's okay to say either 2 to 1 or 1 to 2. All right, now let's move forward. All right, let's check out 5. Now it says each pair of polygons is similar. Find the value of x. Now, of course, on this, I really just want you to just be able to look at it and say, obviously, x equals 6. All right. Now, again, what you're trying to do is you're trying to say the larger parallelogram is just twice as big as the smaller. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
All right. So now let's take a look at number 6. All right. It looks like the larger quadrilateral is what? 4 times greater. Do we agree? So then x would have to be what? 16. Simple. Any questions? All right, moving forward. Let's read this question number 7. It says, on the blueprint of the apartment shown. Oh, okay, that's right. All right. Now, I'm trying to list all the pairs of congruent angles, the proportions. I'm totally fine with that. I'm trying to find something maybe a little bit harder. 16, 17. They're similar, setting up proportions. Okay, let me start with 23. All right, give yourself some room if you want to go down to 23. I think the other parts are kind of easy. So I want to help you with some of the little harder ones, maybe down to here. All right, so one thing I want you to realize is that the scale factor here is what? What do we say the scale factor is? Come on, guys. For number 23, what would we say? 5 to what? 5 to 3. Isn't that what AB corresponds to? AB corresponds to DE. So the scale factor is 5 to 3, right? Any questions with that? Now, it says in the directions, we want to find the perimeter. All right, so in order to find the perimeter, to find the perimeter of DEF, we could figure out what DF is, then we could figure out what EF, and then we could add them together. Does everybody agree? All right. But I want you to remember length. All right. All the sides are a length. You agree with that? And the perimeter is also a what? A length. So the ratio or the scale factor of the sides is exactly the same as the ratio of the what? Perimeters. All right, listen to what I'm saying. The ratio of the sides is equal to the ratio of the what? Perimeters. So I can save myself some time by not figuring out what DF is and not figuring out what EF is. All right? What, again, is the ratio of the sides, please? The ratio of the sides is 5 to 3. So that would have to be the ratio of what? The perimeters. So what is the perimeter of the larger triangle? 18. Everybody agree with that? And so the perimeter of the smaller one would just be x is equal to 54 over 5, which is, if you're using a calculator, I think 10.8. All right? So we'd say the perimeter of triangle DEF would be 10.8. And the way I try to explain to kids is that because length is a single dimension, the ratio of the sides is equal to the ratio of the perimeters. The ratio of the sides is equal to the ratio of the perimeters. Anybody got any questions with that? All right. Then soon we'll talk about the ratio of the areas and the ratio of the volumes. All right. It's a little bit harder. Now, let's look at 25. Do we have to do 25? All right. Let's take a look at 25 and see what we got here. Okay. We're trying to find the perimeter of triangle CBH. Right? So I'm looking at this right here, CBH, and then it's saying CBH is similar to FEH. So that should be pretty easy then. All right, now you got to be careful. You got to figure out what the scale factor is first. What's the scale? Somebody said 7 to 6. I'm not saying that's true or false. I want somebody to double check. Is 7 to 6 accurate? Okay, CH, look right here. Here's how you tell. Here's CH. CH would correspond to what? To FH. That's how easy it is. That's why you can't rely on the figure itself. The figure itself can be deceptive. Is everybody with me? So what is CH? 7 over FH. That's the scale, 7 to 10. All right, is equal to. Now from here, the perimeter of FHE is what? 27. Now does that go on the top or the bottom? It goes on the bottom because 27 is the larger one. And then X is here. All right? So X is equal to, what is that? 18.9 or something like that? 18.9. Any questions? Does everybody agree that's not that hard? All right, it's not that hard. Yes. Yeah, let's look at 24. Somebody said they were looking ahead. Let's take a look at 24. Okay, so now here they're giving you the perimeter of SRT. Right? So right now we'd have to say 6 over 5 is equal to 15 over X. You hear that? You see that or not?
Yes.
All right. All right, let's take a look at 27 just to make sure I don't miss anything. Two similar rectangles have a scale factor of 2 to 4. The perimeter of the larger rectangle is 80. The perimeter of the smaller rectangle would just be what? You should be able to look at that and just say the answer is what? Come on, guys. Everybody, not just one person. Everybody should be able to say, look, the scale factor instead of being 2 to 4 is really what? 1 to 2. All right? Now, when you're looking at this, I prefer that you say it's either twice as big or half as big. So over here, they give me the finding the perimeter of the what? Smaller rectangle. So if the larger is 80, the smaller is 40. Come on, that's not any work. All right? It's not any work at all. So 40. And then don't forget, 40 meters. How far do we have to go up to? All right, let's just look at 36. Find the missing variable. All right? So let's see. J is congruent to what? W. Wow. So here we would just say what? Right. We would say 4x minus 13 equals 71. Thank you very much. X is 21. Now, Y is to K. So K would have to be the same as what? K corresponds to Y, right? This one is missing.
But you can add the two up together.
And then subtract from.
180.
So somebody tell me what angle Y is. How much? I think 65, right? So Y is 65 degrees. So then K or Y is equal to what?
65.
Y is equal to 65. That's just not that hard. Is that it? Yeah, okay. So listen, once again, all right, I'm saying it's not that hard, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I posted the solutions. So those of you guys who want to do better, please take me up on my offer. If you're not sure about something, you got to ask me. Number two, if I forget to post the solutions, remind me, hey, you forgot to post solutions. I'm pretty sure I'm posting them pretty consistently. All right, your object is to check your work, not write the solutions. Anybody have any questions? All right, now, use your time wisely. Get it done. Just like this. No talking. Just work until you're done.